All right, guys, today I want to try to talk to you a bit about what's called negative space. And I really want to talk to you about negative space because, first of all, it's super important, but also it helps to really serve you as an artist to pay attention to the negative space in an object, especially if you are having trouble trying to figure out how the object fits together. Sometimes it's almost as important to look at what the object isn't as compared to what the object is, right? So if I look here and I kind of reach my pencil out here in front and I look back through this object here, what is not the object? And I know that it's also the cream of the table, but this black in the background and the tabletop itself forms a shape back in here that is not either one of these objects in that location, right? And that would be the negative space. So then we could look at what that black section that's right in here, this would be negative space, right? Even every single one of these little areas right inside of the stool, like the one that's here, or the one that's there, the one that's over here, even these little tiny skinny ones that are in there are all negative space, right? They're the space that's around the object that isn't the object. And today, we're going to be looking at drawing negative space on its own. Okay, so for drawing negative space, you really have to start to think about the space itself and how it kind of plans out. And we want to think about individual shapes. So if I'm looking at the same thing that we were just looking at a second ago, I want to start to think about how this space kind of plays out. So this would represent that section in between the two sides that hold up the back of the chair, the two bars, I should say. So you can see how I drew this whole entire piece just by looking at and studying the negative spaces, right? So in drawing everything that was not there, I actually ended up drawing what was there. And that's pretty much how negative space drawing goes. It's definitely one of those things where in drawing or paying attention to what's not part of the thing, a lot of the times you can actually figure out what the thing is. And so just the same as in anything else, negative space is really important to defining an object, right? So to say everything that you are not helps to define who you are. And in this case, defining everything that this image is not helps to define what it is in the end. So as we look at it here together, we can see that this image is a stool, right? And a chair, one in front of the other, but we've just kind of, drawn just the negative space of it without dealing with the positive space at all. And I'll show you some other ones. Here's just a chair all on its own. And then here is a director's chair, the same sort of way. And then here is a stepping stool, right? In this case, it's been colored in with Sharpie. But that's all different ways of looking at just negative space without looking at the positive space, right? And that's really where I want you guys to kind of go today. All right, guys, good seeing you, good talking to you.